I mean, it must be amazing to look back now as mates over this whole period of time and just go, "Wow, look what we've done." Is it? I mean, there must be so many memories and so many big moments in the history of the label. Is there other? Can you give me a few in particular that you guys have probably both look at each other and go, "Yeah, that was something really big"?
I mean, look, there's different levels of success that you measure.
Yeah.
And being into music and being a company that's driven by people that are into music, sometimes just hearing a particular song at a certain time is a highlight, whether it sold any or whether it made any money, it doesn't matter, because we love the tune and we're like, well, we put that out, that's one of our tracks. But I mean, I remember some of the things we mentioned before, but at the Arias Andy was part of Madison Avenue, so he's probably got a different perspective to me. But as a label, we had an act that was nominated for like 6 or 7 Arias in the end and won 5 or something.
Which is quite a big achievement. There's only very few artists that have ever done that, the Arias from memory.
Yeah, that's right. And then and they won Record of the Year in Australia. To win Record of the Year up against, I think one of the songs it was up against was an amazing song from I can't think of the name of the band, Aussie rock band, really good. Yeah, Powderfinger. And we thought there's no way we will win this because we're a dance record in Australia in that market. But Don't Call Me Baby is an amazing song. And if a chick could sit on an acoustic guitar in the corner and sing it, and people would sing along to it. And I think a good song's a good song. And so when that actually won Record of the Year and it beat rock songs, that's a moment that I remember going, wow, I can't believe it.
I actually remember your face. You were like, unbelievable. It was an amazing moment. And there have been lots of moments like that. Like John said, there's moments when you're DJing to 200 people and you remember that moment as this amazing moment when you're just playing something and you're playing tracks from either that you've produced or your labels put out and you see people screaming or just absolutely going off to a track. I remember the Potbeleez had a track called Don't Hold Back, which was a monster track.
Yeah.
It's now the theme song to Jeep.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing them on a big Australian Music Awards show and everyone in the audience was singing. And they turned the volume down at that award show, and just everyone in the audience was singing. And I will always remember that moment as just this amazing moment of something that an artist that we helped develop and put out, and having thousands of people all in one place, all just singing the words. And that's an amazing moment on an emotional level, but also a financial level, and just something to be proud of. And those moments only come along every few months, or for us, hopefully every few months.
But I mean, the beauty of music as well is that it's so close to people's hearts. Like if we were the best accounting firm in the country, and I said to you, we're that accounting firm, you really don't care.
Yeah.
You're like, I might keep in the back of my mind that you can do my tax return one year, but I don't want to go and hang out with you, and it doesn't make me feel good, and it doesn't make me all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
But if I say that, we're the label or we're an artist or we develop this or that, when it comes to music and arts in general, I think people have this passion about music, they have a passion about art, and anything that is in that genre, you get amazing rewards from being in this business that you don't get from being a banker. You're just going to get a different reward from it. And that's been really important to us over the journey so far, because financially it's definitely not, it's not an easy road to take, running a record label, especially in 2014 with the whole music industry changing. So I think if we weren't passionately into it and we didn't have that passion about music, that when we hear that song get played in front of somebody, it does make our hair stand on end still to this day when we hear Peking Ducks High, which has just gone platinum and it's been our biggest record for the last 2 years probably. Seeing them do that live and seeing the reaction that people have, it's a very satisfying thing that you get back that I think is really important, because you certainly wouldn't, I think, choose this business if it didn't have that reward, because the other side of it can be really tough, long hours, we
have staff, at midnight eating donuts, working on getting someone's release out. And that release may do absolutely nothing. It may sell 300 copies, but it might be the third release for an artist called Avicii.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that third release may end up developing into a bigger track and a bigger track and a bigger track. And you don't know at the time. And you asked the question before about it's satisfying and memories and things. I don't often look back because I'm always thinking about this next artist that we're working on right now and developing that artist. I don't often sit back and go, wow, that's really good. But that's why this Vicious 21 was a bit of a look back. And it's been great because a lot of people that we haven't heard from in a few years have rung up and said, congratulations, you guys have been there for such a long time. It's so great to see you, one, loving and passionate about what you're doing, but also doing well as well.
Yeah.
Because I suppose if you can love something to death and work on it every single day, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't actually pay any bills, you really, you're maybe...
Well, eventually it runs out of steam. I mean, a business has to... No matter how creative a business is, if you're going to have it as a business, it has to return at least the cost to run it, so that you can work every day, get paid a wage, and get through, whether it be a cafe or whether it be a music company. So
it's important.
You can do things as a hobby, obviously, and what they make doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I think to survive as long as we have, you have to have the business side of it work. And we're aware of what we require to have that happen, and hopefully we've got the network and the skills to help not only the creative side work better, but the business side run more efficiently. Because at the end of the day, if the business side runs efficiently, it means that the music side of what we put out is going to be put out better, more effectively, promoted better, marketed better, spread to more people, distributed better. And that's going to help the artist at the end of the day. So it all's intertwined, really.